crazy how you were literally talking behind my back when I first started my transition and saying, oh, you would never be a woman. You're not even a real woman. I can't believe you would do this. And do the same thing I'm doing 5 years later. That's crazy and diabolical, literally. Welcome back to another video. My name is Alizea and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big purr, whatever. I'm back. How are you wonderful, amazing people doing today, girl? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for asking. Period. Before we dive into today's wonderful, amazing video, girl, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Hey, Bookie Bears. If you want to become a channel member, you can spend that $2.99 to $3.99. I'm not for to charge you an arm and a leg just to get access to any of my videos, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe because you will never find another ghetto black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big prayer or whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. So y'all, today we're going to be talking about one of my old childhood friends that I had back when I used to go to high school. So we're going to try to keep this, you know, rated PG for the viewers, girl. Let's get into it. No tea, no shade. So I used to go to University High School. Hey, Bookie Bears from Waco, Texas, period. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, you know, I was already out as transgender. I was already starting my transition. I started my transition back when I used to be a sophomore, I think. Yeah, because I went to University High School in my junior year. Like, yeah, let's get into it. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was very bubbly. I was very, you know, outgoing. Like, and I was always looking for a friend, girl. No tea, no shade. I love people, right? I'm a people person. So I didn't have nowhere to sit at first when I first went to that school or whatever because the cafeteria is so big. Like, it's way bigger than, you know, the cafeteria back at, like, you know, whatchamacallit, back at Waco High. No tea, no shade. So it was this one girl I used to hang out with. We're going to call her Viandre. Well, it is her name, but, like, yeah, we're going to call her Viandre. So Viandre, she was cool and, you know, she was casual. She used to sit with this one boy named Ty. So Ty, he dressed mask now, but he used to dress femme. So like when I first saw him, I was like, oh my God, I want to be friends with him. But I was kind of shy. I'm not going to lie. At first I was kind of shy. So like my second time seeing him, I was like, girl, you know what? Be bold. So I was like, hey, how you doing? I was just being outgoing. I was loud as hell with it. No tea, no shade. And he's like, oh my God, I love you. Like, da, 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 da. Like, we started talking. We started kicking it. So me and him actually started hanging out without, you know, homegirl or whatever, right? And so then that's when I got introduced to this one girl. We're going to call her, damn, what can I call her? We're going to call her C. So C or whatever, right? C is cool or whatever, right? You know, I watched C start transitioning. I don't even know if she's transitioning now. That's the thing, girl. Damn, is she transitioning? I need to talk to that bitch. But like, yeah. So C and Ty, like, it would just be us three. So we'll literally be doing TikToks outside. On my man bed. Like, we'll literally be having all types of fun, just living freely, no tea, no shade. And so this story time isn't about them, but I'm trying to give y'all context, okay, right? So a couple of weeks later, I ended up becoming cool with this one person. This one person, we're going to call them Jim or whatever, right? We're just going to call them Jim because I don't have no names. So Jim was cool or whatever at the time. So I thought Jim would literally, you know, Jim is literally the type of friend I've always wanted. Like a gay black boy, femme as hell, don't care, have no curl in the world. Literally just like funny and, you know, they know how to shake it, shake it, shake it. So me, I'm immediately like attracted to that person, not in that type of way, but like I'm like wanting to be cool with that person. So like we kicked it off immediately. And so they asked me what my pronouns was. I was like, baby, she and her. And so we was talking about my transition and all that type of stuff, right? So we were cool or whatever, right? And so there was this one girl. We're going to call her Lele because that is her goddamn name. And I really don't care because she ain't going to beat me up. No tea, no shade. So Lele and Homegirl was actually cool. So Lele and Jim are actually cousins. And so I'm not gonna lie, Lele is the type of girl who's messy and will throw rocks or hide her hands. Like, she literally talks about everybody but don't want to talk about how bad Bill she is and sloppy she is, but we're not gonna talk about that. And so literally Lele will be literally in the goddamn, cafeteria, like, Alizé. And then when I leave, after I get done talking to her, Isaiah, y'all, like, literally, Isaiah wants to be a girl so bad. I think he's just a gay boy, this and that. Like, just talking all types about me or whatever, right? And I'm not gonna lie, Jim used to hang around that type of stuff. Like, Jim used to literally hang around those type of girls. And so he used to have these other group of homegirls. I don't know. Her name is Cherish or whatever. I shouldn't be saying this because I don't want this to come back and haunt me, but who really cares? But yeah, Cherish, he used to hang around Cherish or whatever, right? And so we're gonna start using pronouns like she and her pronouns. My bad, y'all. Don't want to be disrespectful, but yeah, she used to hang around Cherish. So Cherish had all these other friends or whatever, right? They were all messy. It's like Lele, Cherish, and all these other people. They all messy as hell. They all fake as hell. They all talk shit about each other. No shade. And so literally, I stopped hanging around that stuff because I started to get older. I don't like hanging around fake people who talk about me. That's weird. I'm not finna tell nobody my business when they're weird. And y'all, every time I would literally go outside or whatever, right? Because I'm just bold and I'm just me, because I started to learn how to dress as well. No tea, no shade. Let me throw that in there. But every time I would literally go into, the like courtyard or whatever, there'll be these boys or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, they was so fine, like so fine. I can't even say that because, girl, somebody gonna say this and send it to the whole city. But like, literally, this one boy was so cute, so decked out. He didn't know that I was trans, right? And so literally, Jim was chilling with them or whatever, right? And so I was going over to go say hey to Jim or whatever. So like I said, I'm outside, I'm in my dress, I look fab, I look fish, I look good or whatever, right? So I go outside to go say hey to my Bookie Bear or whatever, right? So tell me why, whatever, right? I go over there, right? Cherish and Lele say, hey, Isaiah. They did that intentional, bitch. They did that intentional because I was going by Alizé. So I look at Jim. I'm like, are they serious right now? And so Jim tried to look away. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Remember that, girl. Because you weird. You absolutely weird. You don't do that. Like, you're supposed to stand up for me, but it's okay. Remember that, right? So, y'all, after that or whatever, right? I always catch that boy looking at me. Like, that boy used to always look at me. And at the time, I didn't know when boys stare at you, that means they attracted to you. Because what other reason would you be staring at a person if you're not attracted to them? Like, hello. I know I'm ghetto and stuff, but I ain't making that much noise, girl. Sometimes I literally just be walking on the hallway trying to mind my business. No shade. So, like I said, I'm trying to mind my business. I'm trying to chill or whatever, girl. I'm doing what I got to do or whatever, living my, everlasting life. So, y'all, the more I progressed in high school, the more I started to get on TikTok, because that was the year when I started to actually create a social media account, and I was actually posting. I wasn't like mega famous, mega world known, or whatever y'all call it, city famous or whatever. I had a cute little following, like 7,000 followers or whatever. I was like, that was a lot to me at the time. Like, that was literally a lot. So literally, I'm chilling or whatever, right? And so then Jim asked me to make a TikTok with him. I looked him up and down. I said, do y'all hear anything? And I turned my head. And so then, mind you, I'm sitting with my other homegirls at the time, right? So then, mind you, he like, Alizé, it's not that serious. I said, you know what? Let's go outside real quick. So we walk outside and I was talking to him. I'm saying him, but it's really a her now. So but like, I would say she because I don't want y'all to cancel me. But like, I'm talking to her or whatever, right? And I'm telling Jim, I'm like, Jim, like, that's weird as hell for you to be sitting over here not defending me, and we're supposed to be friends. You supposed to be want to be my best friend and stuff like that. And then now you trying to do TikToks with me. That gives performative. That gives you only trying to be my friend for clout. Like, that's weird as hell. And so then she said, I didn't even mean it like that. I just didn't know what to say. And I be telling them not say that. it's not even that. Like, you see, they be talking to me like that. Imagine what they're saying behind your back. Like, you think that's any different? Like, literally, people treat you how they want to be treated. And if they treated me like that, imagine what they're gonna treat you like that. Like, girl, I don't know how to post. I don't know how to say it, but like, you get what I mean, girl. No tea, no shade. So y'all, long story short, I move along, girl. I am literally, it's like towards the end of the year of the school year or whatever, right? So I am literally just minding my absolute business. So me and them ended up coming back cool or whatever. Me and Jim, we ended up coming back cool towards the end of the year. So we chilling, we hanging out. And so then that's when Jim started wearing wigs or whatever, right? And so then I ended up sitting at that table with Cherish and them because, like, you know, ain't nobody gonna, you know, touch me. No shade, girl. No shade. And so I'm sitting down at the table with them. And so then that's when, you know, like I said, Jim ended up, you know, coming to the table with, you know, the box braids or whatever. And so they was like, oh, you want to be a girl today? Okay. They was trying to be funny. Me, I didn't think it was funny. I was like, oh, I like your hair. And so then, you know, we started talking or whatever. We ended up coming back cool, like I said. And yeah, it was that. So it started to progress. First, it was the wigs. Then it was the lashes. Then it was the lip gloss. Then it was the earrings. Yeah, it started to progress. And so then, like I said, the school year ended, everything went on. I went back to Waco High at this time, right? So I'm at Waco High, I'm doing my TikToks, long story short or whatever, we still cool. They'll follow me every now and again on Instagram or whatever, right? And there was this one time I didn't follow them back. I actually blocked them because, like I said, I don't fool with weird people. No shade, girl. And so I ended up unblocking them. They ended up following me again, literally, I say a couple of days later, because I guess they noticed they was unblocked or whatever, right? So long story short or whatever, right? No tea, no shade. You know who you are, because a hit dog gonna holler. A hit dog gonna holler. But no shade, I remember literally scrolling on my TikTok or whatever, right? And so I was posting a video about, you know, the bathroom situation. And so I saw this one user or whatever, right? It was this username, it stood out to me or whatever, right? It was like, you're not even supposed to be going into the girls' restroom, da-da-da-da-da. I don't even know if I can find it because there's thousands of comments on that goddamn TikTok. But like, you're not even supposed to use the girls' restroom, da-da-da-da-da. You as a man, da-da-da-da-da. So I clicked the profile. I'm like, no pictures or whatever, right? Like, it's a private account. Bet. So I go do my digging or whatever, right? Because they had a like Instagram in the goddamn bio or whatever, dumbass. So I go to the Instagram. Tell me why the Instagram is in my blogs, right? I go to the blogs. It's Jim. Oh, you funny, right? So I done graduated by now. I moved on with my life or whatever. All that stuff happened or whatever, right? And so, you know, they ended up following me, right? And so I'm not gonna lie, I'm scrolling through their profile. It says she and her. I'm like, oh, you trans now? So I'm looking through her profile. I'm like, oh, okay. So she's trying to get fish boots down. Okay, I gotta applaud it. Cause like one thing is like, you might be weird. You might be a weird person, but some people grow. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You get what I mean? And so, you know, we ended up following each other on Facebook, all that stuff. And so they ended up texting me. They was like, how did you get hormones, this and that? I'm like, baby, I'm not on hormones, but you just have to go to your doctor. Like, literally, you just got to talk to your doctor and tell them that you want to get hormones and stuff. So then, you know, I slide in there. I was like, so are you trans now? They was like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. I've been feeling this way for a while. So then I hit them with that's very odd. And so they were like, how's that odd? I'm like, it's kind of odd because you was literally clowning me for my transition. You didn't stand up for me in my transition when I was going through the things that I was going through. Cause like, I felt weird about it. Like, I was like, that's kind of weird for you to want to be trans now. But like, I don't even know, because I don't want to come off as hostile and stuff, because, you know, everybody's transition is different, but like, I felt like weird about it. And so literally they was like, well, I did defend you, da-da-da-da-da. And so then I took the screenshot, and I was like, I sent them the screenshot of them talking about me about the bathroom, and they was silent. They left me on scene. So I was like, hello, knock, knock. Like, are you gonna address this? Like, that's kind of weird. You get what I mean? And so they never responded. Never to this day responded to that message. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember that. No shade. I be seeing them in my likes though, girl. No tea, no shade, girl. They be in my likes, but it's just so weird to me how people would literally talk about you and do the same thing that you're doing. Like, you're weird, no shade, but I love you guys. I just want to make this quick little video. Hopefully this hit dog don't holler and get all up on social media, girl, because I don't have time. I didn't say your name. No tea, no shade, girl. No free clout over here. But I love you, wonderful, amazing people. I just wanted to make this quick little video and give my girls some video and some content. Hello. But I'm going to talk to you, wonderful, amazing people later. Bye, loves. Bye.